Little update on UJ then. So it's Tuesday. It's been a couple of days since the market's open now. Not much to update really since then. We're in the US session and news has just came out and tanked the market slightly. Although it's just come into this little area here for a little retest, and hopefully we're going to look for a push forward. See this nice double top formed here on the 1 hour chart. Looking for a nice break, retest of that, and then I'll add either another entry here and reduce my stop loss up until wherever that stop loss is for that entry, or I'm also looking at a couple of other markets. So this one we're still going to hold it. Stop loss is still exactly where it was. That has not been touched at all yet. There's no reason for me. I mean, it's broke here, retested here and moved up. I could move it down to this candle here, but as of now, with the state that the market is in, I still want to give it that little bit of breathing room as we're coming towards the end of there. So looking for a pending order here, it's pound dollar. So we've had this level here, 1, 2, 3 touch level. Market went up aggressively, then broke it. We've then come up, retested this level, came back down. We're going to continue pushing upwards. I'm interested in this trade really due to the ATR. If I'm going to get triggered into this trade, it must be today or the pending order will be cancelled, to be honest with you. That ATR also sits nicely on the 38.2% fib. So the stop loss, instead of tucking it behind this candle here that broke all these levels, well, actually this one broke the level, but this started it. I think the smartest thing to do is tuck the stop loss here behind this shooting star on the hourly, 4 hour shooting star. That's also sitting quite a nice bit of distance above the 50% fib level as well. So I'm just going to get an order whacked in there and we'll see what happens with this one then. So pound USD, create a pending order. My stop loss is going to be just above that shooting star. My entry is going to be on that naked 4 hour candle, just a little bit in front of it, front run that a little bit, and then the target is also going to just be here on this naked candle as well at the FTA. So whack that order in. That is a 0.5 lot size. Still growing the account quite steadily. Was £500 at the start of May, and now we're sitting at 600 and nearly 650 almost. So really good gains all in all, to be honest with you, looking at the Edgewonk journal. Haven't had much activity this week, towards the end of last week as well. Had 2 really nice trades last week, USD, JPY and AUD, so if you want to watch the video what happened there, that would be great. But number of trades at the moment, we're still at 13 trades with a 26.31% return. So again, if this order does not get filled, I'm going to cancel the order by the end of day today, but we'll see what's going on with the other markets I'm looking at as well, which is EJ. EJ is a bit of a messy one on the 4 hour, but if we drop down to the 1 hour, we've got a really nice level here. So we're already starting to chop upwards into it, and now we're starting to create quite a bit of momentum and power to push through. So if we get a break of retest here as well, I'd be interested in trading this, at least up to these last highs at 17800s. But I'll set an alert for that, and if that gets alerted, then we'll think about getting into that trade as well. But other than that, not much to report. This UJ trade has been quite a slow one, to be honest with you. We started in drawdown, slowly chopped ourselves out of it, had some break and retests of these levels along the way that held, looking for that one final good break. Now we're sitting at a double top there to then start removing my risk and locking in some profit alongside that eventually as well, and hopefully scaling in. But I won't have more than 2 trades open at a time, especially if this does create a break and retest and I'm still in the pound USD. Unless we're really close to target, I won't be getting in that trade. It'll be just too much risk open at one time. But not too much news out this week either, to be honest with you. The US market is going to be closed on Wednesday, so I'm expecting another slow day there. So I don't really want to be in too many markets at once because of that. But yeah, we'll update this trade shortly as well. See if I get triggered into that pound USD trade, and see if I need to delete that order by the end of day today. And here's me thinking it's going to be a really boring week in trading, but I thought I was going to be holding this USD JPY trade just for the rest of the month. We're slowly creeping up. I mean, all the other JPY pairs seem to have rocketed upwards, so they've just gone to the moon. But looking at the USD pairs, the reason why is because we have touched these demand zones below market, tested them, held them, and then just moved up. Unlikely to get a move up into the 600-700s, although would be nice for another short there by the looks of it. But yeah, the strength in the USD pairs is just mental at the moment. Everything's going up, which is causing USD JPY to be stable. It's going sideways. It's still strong. It's not going down, which is the most important thing. So we're going to be holding out this trade due to that. Even more interestingly, Euro JPY. We've got a double top here on the hourly. Market came up into it, big swing away, gap below. Came back up into it, vicious swing away again. Came up to try and test it 2 more times and didn't quite make it. So with this in mind, we're going to be looking for a trade of this very minor level. Stop loss, I was going to tuck it below here for a greater risk reward, but I think it's best just to tuck it behind this one, the second candle. So with the pending order, I'm going to slide my trade buddy up there. Hop onto the hourly chart. Stop loss just behind that doji candle. Entry just above there like that, and it is 170.115. Which gives me a 2.7R return. Yeah, very nice. Looking forward for that to be filled today. If that's not filled by the end of day today, if we just go straight up there, I'm just going to cancel the order, just like I did have to cancel my previous order. But would like to see a nice pullback on there, although when they start going like this, it doesn't tend to slow down, even though it is US bank holiday today. But keep the order in, hopefully it gets filled. If this does get filled, I'll update you a bit later on. This EJ would have been a lovely one. Fortunately, it didn't get the fill on the MT4. Price came up into the level. It did touch my entry point as we saw, but the spread just didn't get me in there. I was thinking about manually entering that trade since I was at my PC at the time, but I just let the order get filled. If it didn't fill, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, this would have been a lovely one. USD JPY is still going strong as well. We finally got that break of this level now. We're looking for a retest. I'm going to wait for some sort of bullish confirmation down here before I scale into an entry, but it is one I'm looking at. Stop loss will be tucked behind this candle that broke the 2-touch level there, with a target aiming for these highs, or if there's an FTA that sets up around here, that'd be good as well. So waiting patiently for that one, not setting a pending order just yet, although where we have broke that level, I will now manage my risk. So I'm going to tuck my stop loss where that previous one would be. And that secures my profit, locks in the R. Nicely done. But other than that, yeah, again, not too much has happened this week, to be honest with you. Just this USD JPY along as expected. A shame we didn't get that fill yesterday. That would have been a nice in and out trade. But not much we can do in regards to that, unfortunately, apart from manually entering. But still going to log it anyway as a missed trade. Nothing has happened within the journal since this week, to be honest with you. Looking strong though, the journal. Sitting at a 69% win rate still. This will be a little bit higher now once we close this trade, because it's a guaranteed win now, which is a good sign for me. So just going to wait for some price action down at this 158-200 level, and maybe a nice hammer down there or something like that, or at least a good reaction from this naked last higher. That's what I'll be looking for an entry, not this actual level here. It would actually be around 58,195. So going to keep an eye on this one throughout the day today and see what happens there as well.